Welcome back, students. Let's continue with more numericals on shares and dividends. The next problem. By purchasing rupees 50 gas shares for rupees 80 each, a man gets 4% profit on his investment. What rate percent is company paying? What do you mean by what rate percent is company paying? Means what we have to find? The dividend percent. And also, what is his dividend if he buys 200 shares? Let's move on. What is given? What is given? Nominal value 50, market value 80, return percentage 4%. We have to find D percent, and also we have to find number of shares. 200 shares is given here, and also we have to find the dividend on 200 shares. Now, what we have to find? The rate percent. Okay, I know what is your percentage return means. Dividend by investment into 100. Now return percent is 4%. 4 dividend, I have to find out investment. Can we find the investment? Can we find the investment? Yes. Investment is number of shares into market value of one share. So number of shares was 200 and market value of each share was 80. So 8 2s are 16. 16,000 is the investment. So it becomes here 16,000 into 100. Or therefore, dividend is equals to 4 into 16,000 by 100 is 60. 440 for the 640. Dividend is 640. So what is the dividend? 640. Now we have to find the D percent. We have to find D percent. Now what is dividend? Dividend is number of shares into D percent into nominal value. Dividend was 640, number of share was 200, D percent I have to find out into nominal value was 50. Therefore, D is equals to 640 by 100, which is equals to 6.4%. Therefore, dividend percent is 6.4%. This is your answer. Next numerical. Rupees 100 shares of a company are sold at a discount of rupees 20. If the return on investment is 15%, find the rate of dividend declared. Again, what is given? What is given? Rupees 100 shares, that is nominal value 100, are sold at a discount of 20 rupees. Discount 20, therefore market value is 80, and return percent is 15%. Return percent is 15%. We have to calculate D percent. Now from here, what is return percent? It is dividend by investment into 100. Do I know the investment? We do not know the investment. We do not know investment. Therefore, let I or investment is equals to rupees X. Therefore, 15 is equals to dividend by investment is X into 100, or dividend is equals to 15x by 100, or 3x by 25. 5 20s, 3x by 20. Therefore, the dividend is 3x by 20. So, dividend is 3x by 20. Now, what is dividend? Dividend is equals to number of shares into D% into nominal value. Now, can we know what is the number of shares? Yes, we know number of shares. How? Number of shares is investment by market value. Therefore, number of shares will be X by 80. That is the market value. Therefore, 3x by 20 is equals to x by 80 into D% means D by 100 into nominal value 100, or 3x into 80 by 20 into x is D. Therefore, D is equals to 12%. This is the answer. Let's move on with the next question. A company declared a dividend of 14%. Find the market value of rupees 50 shares if the return on investment was 10%. Given D% is 14%. Market value you have to find out. Nominal value is rupees 50 and return percent is 10%. We know return percent is equals to dividend by investment into 100. So we know R%, we know dividend percent, but we do not know investment. So let I or investment be rupees X. Therefore, 10 is equals to dividend by X into 100, or D is equals to 10x by 100, which is equals to X by 10. Therefore, dividend is equals to X by 10. Therefore, dividend is equals to rupees X by 10. Now, dividend is number of shares into D% into nominal value. Now, number of shares, D I know is X by 10. What is the number of shares? Number of shares is investment by market value. Investment by market value. Therefore, number of shares is investment by market value into D%, means 14 by 100 into nominal value was 50 to 7, or market value is equals to 7x into 10 by x, which is 70. This is your answer. Therefore, your market value is rupees 70. Is it clear? The next numerical. At what price should 6.25% rupees 100 share be quoted when the money is worth 5%? Here, worth means it is percentage return or return percent. Please note that. What is given? at what price? That means market value is to be found out. Given D percent is 6.25%, nominal value is 100, and R percent is 5%. R percent is 5%. We know that return percent is dividend by investment into 100. We do not know the investment, so let investment be rupees X. Therefore, return percent is 5% by dividend by investment is X into 100, or X dividend is equals to 5x by 100, which is equals to x by 20. Therefore, dividend is equals to x by 20, rupees x by 20. Now we know dividend is number of shares into D percent into nominal value. Here D is x by 20, number of shares. What is number of shares? Number of shares is investment by market value, or x by MV. That is what we have to find. So number of share is x by market value into D percent. Here not 5 but 6.25% into nominal value 100, or therefore therefore market value is x into 20 into 6.25 by x. So market value is 20 into 625 by 100, 125. Therefore market value is rupees 125. This is the quoted price. Market value is rupees 125. The next question. A company with 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each declares an annual dividend of 5%. First, what is the total amount of dividend paid by the company? Second, what would be the annual income of a man who has 72 shares? And third, if he received only 4% on his investment, find the price of he paid for each share. Let us go one by one. First part, what is given? Number of shares 10,000, nominal value 100, D percent 5%. So what is the first part? The total amount of dividend paid by the company. Therefore, dividend formula is number of shares into D percent into nominal value. Number of shares is 10,000. D percent means 5 by 100. Nominal value is 100. So 50,000. So 50,000 is the total amount paid by the company. So answer 1, rupees 50,000 is the total amount paid by the company. Now second question, second part. Second part, what would be the annual income of a person who has 72 shares? Here it is given for person. For person, what is given? N is 72, nominal value is 100, D percent is 5%. Now we have to find out his annual income. Annual income is number of shares number of shares into D% into nominal value. The number of shares is 72, D% is 5 by 100 into nominal value is 100. 5 2s are 10, 360. Therefore, his annual income is rupees 360. Second part, what would be the annual income of a man who has 72 shares? So with 72 shares, his annual income would be 360. Now for the third part. If he received 4% on his investment, 4% on his investment means return percent. 4% on his investment means return percent. Return percent is dividend by investment into 100. So return percent is 4, dividend is 360 by investment into 100. Therefore, investment is equals to 360 into 100 by 490. Investment is 9,000 rupees. Now what we have to find? Find the price he paid for each share. That means we have to find the market value. We have to find the market value of each share. Now we know investment is equals to number of shares into market value. Therefore, market value is investment by number of shares. 9,000 investment by number of shares he had was 72 shares. 9 will go 1000, 9 8s, which is equals to 125. Therefore, market value is rupees. Market value is rupees 125. This is your third answer. The next numerical. A man sold some rupees 100 shares, paying 10% dividend at a discount of 25%, and invested the proceeds in rupees 100 shares, paying 16% dividend quoted at rupees 80, and thus increased his income by rupees 2000. Find the number of shares sold by him. Given a man sold some, let the number of shares sold be, let the number of shares sold be equal to X. Nominal value is equals to rupees 100. D percent is 10%. Discount is 25%. Therefore, we can also find out the market value. Market value is nominal value minus 25% of nominal value, because it's a discount. Therefore, it is 100 minus 25 by 100 into 100. So it is 75. Market value is 75. Now, annual income A1, case 1, let it be case 1. What is the annual income? Number of shares. What is the number of shares? X into D percent, D by 100 into nominal value 100. So my annual income in this case is 10x. Clear? Now, case 2. He sold these shares. He sold these shares means the number X shares. He sold X number of shares is X. Selling price is 75 rupees because the market value was 75. He has sold the shares at a discount of 25%. Therefore, the market price was 75. Therefore, his amount amount received on selling is equals to 75x, and that is his investment. Therefore the investment is 75x, and he has invested them in B percent is how much? 16%, quoted at rupees 80. Quoted at 80 means market value is 80 and rupees nominal value is rupees 100. Then we have to find the annual, therefore number of shares. Here the number of shares will be investment by market value. So what was the investment? 75x by market value was 80, which means 15x by 16. Therefore number of shares is so much. Now the income is number of shares, that is 15x by 16 into D percent. D percent means 16 by 100 into nominal value. Nominal value is 100. 15x. So the annual income in this case is 15x. Clear? His original income was 10x. Now he has increased his income to 15x. Now by the problem, what he said? He has increased his income by 2000. Therefore, by the problem, A2 minus A1 is 2000. 15x minus 10x is 2000. 5x is 2000. X equals to 2000 by 5. X equals to 400. Therefore, number of shares sold is 400. This is your answer.